A lot of you probably already knew that life in North Korea can be problematic at times. But after collecting information from various sources, we'd like to show you just how absurd living in North Korea compared to a Western society is. Stay with us to find out more about crazy facts about living in North Korea. Good day, Kings! If you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to become an actual king. And because everyone hates long intros, let's just start with the actual content. The first fact might sound quite good at first. There is no official taxation in North Korea. The 1st of April is even called the Tax Abolition Day. However, North Korea still collects revenue from its citizens through hidden taxation through various sales taxes. It is estimated that North Koreans pay about 45% tax on the wages in the end. As you might have already known, surfing the internet is kind of tricky in North Korea. There are only provided an intranet called Kwangmyong or Bright, which is free to use for whoever has access to a computer, which are, you already guessed it, only a few people. Besides, you also need a permission from the government to buy a computer in the first place. After all the hustle, you are only allowed to browse about 28 websites. If you can't browse the web, you can still watch TV, right? You can, but there are only 3 TV channels available, with the main channel being the Korean Central Television, which is available all over the country. The others are only available on the weekends. If that is not enough to please you, you can illegally broadcast South Korean operas, which are very popular in North Korea. If you smuggle these in and the regime finds out about it, you can be sentenced to death though. If you are sad that you can't browse the web or watch Squid Games, don't frown, since you are being given a government radio. Every household receives this gift, which can't be turned off though. However, you are allowed to turn the volume down. Honestly, who needs entertainment anyway, when there is a power cut happening every night? It's apparently due to the energy crisis in the state that it can't supply sufficient electricity to homes. This was revealed after a photo of North Korea taken from space at night went viral. Besides the restrictions on entertainment and electricity, you also have severe constraints at school, where students only get taught what the government approves. As such, students are taught that Korea is one single country, so that North and South Korea are basically one country. Moreover, parents who send their kids to school are required to provide their own desks and chairs. After visiting school, both men and women have to serve the mandatory military service. All males over the age of 18 must serve a 10-year term in the army. In 2015, women started to be conscripted as well, albeit only until the age of 23. If you mess up in North Korea, not only you will be punished, but also your family members. In North Korea, there's a 3 generations of punishment policy, which basically means that if someone breaks the law, it's not only that person who gets punished, but the whole family for 2 more generations forward. But life is not all bad in North Korea. In 2012, researchers claimed to have discovered a real-life unicorn lair just a short distance away from a sacred temple in Pyongyang. But wait, there's more. North Korea also has created a wonder drug, which not only cures AIDS but also eradicates Ebola and cancer. Known as Kumdang-2, the scientists refuse to share the drug's details. Believe it or not, there are actually elections in North Korea every 4 to 5 years. The only catch? You can choose from one candidate only. Whatever you're voting for, mayor, governor, you always have one candidate on the ballot only. That does not mean you have to vote for this person. You can also cross off the candidate's name to vote against them. There is a catch here as well. You have to do that publicly in a special booth. As mentioned in our previous videos, the head of North Korea is a dead man, making it a necrocracy. The country even has preserved the dead body of Kim Il-sung in a glass tomb, which is open for tourists to view. The State Mausoleum is North Korea's most visited attraction. Visitors are required to bow down at his feet and arms. Going from sad news to happy news. The Arirang Show Festival, which is the largest mass performance in North Korea, features 0.4% of the country's population. It even is included in the Guinness World Records book. About 100,000 people visit the show, which takes place every year. This show is also held in the Rugradi 1st of May Stadium, which is the largest stadium in the world, with a capacity of 114,000. To prove how nice life in North Korea is, the regime even built a propaganda village at the border with South Korea, called Gyeongdong or Peace Village. It was built in the 1950s and is actually uninhabited. To create the illusion of being an actual village, the building lights are being turned on and off at set times. The streets are being swept and some windows are being cleaned regularly. When the telescopic lenses turned better with the years, the world could see that the houses are actually nothing but empty boxes, with no floors, ceilings or inner walls. What is not fake about this village though, is that its 160-meter high flagpole was the tallest in the world until 2010. Also, the massive loudspeakers on several buildings broadcasted all the benefits of living in North Korea, until being changed to patriotic marching music for up to 20 hours a day, which provoked South Korea to blast their own beats. When the noise became unbearable, both sides turned their loudspeakers finally off. As mentioned in our video about Kim Jong-Il, North Koreans don't follow the same timeline as Western countries. The North Korean calendar counts the years after its founder Kim Il-sung's birthday, on April the 15th in 1912. The current year 2021 therefore is Yuche 110 in North Korea. The so-called Songbun separates citizens according to ancestral and social standings in North Korea. Originally, there were three main groups of social categories: the core or standard, the wavering or basic, and the hostile class, each of which contain a number of subcategories. These approximately 51 social categories determined whether you are allowed to live in a capital or in special cities, your workplace, and what kind of education you could receive. As such, Pyongyang is only for the elite, which are loyal to the regime. Kim Jong-Un and the government decides who and if someone is worthy to live in the capital. Unlike the caste system in India, in North Korea your status can be down or upgraded. It is not known exactly how many categories exist now, since the last leak happened in 1993. If you love going to the hairdresser, you won't be having a good time in North Korea. There are only 15 allowed haircuts for each man and women. Unmarried women must have short hair, and young men's hair should be less than 2 inches. You can also forget about dyeing your hair, that's a complete no-go. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to become an actual king. Trust me, it works. Also, comment below which North Korean fact or rule would annoy you the most.